Hey, in this video we are going to be talking about Payoneer Advance Capital Offer. So essentially it's like a way to get a loan to your business from Payoneer, which is a company that I use for my e-commerce business to get paid by Amazon, but also I myself as a seller on Amazon had the chance to get a loan from Payoneer. And today I'm actually at Payoneer headquarters in Petah Tikva in Israel, and I'm with Valeria and Matan. The guys are from Payoneer, and we're going to be talking about all this topic of the Advance Capital Offer so you can understand what it is, who is it for you or not, some fees that are connected to it, kind of an all-in-one Q&A. And generally we're going to be talking about Payoneer for those who are kind of not sure what it is generally. Myself, I'm a seller on Amazon. My name is Vova. It's great to meet you. And yeah, guys, now I would happy to hear about you, and then we can dive into the content.
Yeah, so first, thank you for joining. My name is Matan. I'm working in the business department for small medium businesses in Payoneer. Payoneer is a fintech company, payment supplier we're here since 2005, and in the past year we were also listed as a Nasdaq company.
I invested, by the way, not much. I have some stocks, yeah, really.
And we support over 200 countries. We have over 4 million customers around the world in different countries. And we're going to discuss mostly about the Capital Advance Offer e-commerce ecosystem. But just in general, we work with different verticals from digital marketing, B2B companies, vacation and rentals, such as Airbnb. But today, mostly we're going to talk about the e-commerce and the Capital Advance. I'll just say something about our solution in this area, and then we're going to dive more into the offer itself. Basically, we want to provide an end-to-end solution. This is what we provide. We provide to the e-commerce sellers in different marketplaces. We want to give you a solution that it's a one-stop shop. You can get the funds to your account. You can get the capital advance to your account. You can hold balance in different currencies. You can use it to pay your suppliers for free or for low fees. You can use it to obviously to get the funds to your bank account in your country. You can get payments to receiving local bank accounts that we provide for you. So basically it's just one place that you can do all your financial needs for your e-commerce business.
No, pretty cool. Yeah, me as a user of Payoneer, I get paid from Amazon. We've been using it since 2016. We got some loans, so I'll tell a bit more about this in a bit. Also, we're gonna have some offers down in the description in case you wanna know more about the Capital Advanced Offer, maybe get a special deal for that. It's gonna be down in the description. But Valeria, would you introduce yourself to us as well? Matan is just gonna come back in a bit.
Yeah, I had some weird hand signs before. There were some people trying to come in, but we're still here, so we're good. So hi guys, first of all I want to introduce myself. I work in Payoneer as a business development, in the business development department, and we really want to focus today on the capital advance that we offer. So basically, I think Vova can tell you about his experience, but I can tell you a bit about how things work. So obviously we offer the capital advance for your Amazon and Walmart sales, and the way it works is you need to connect your Amazon volume into your Payoneer account, and additionally you need to connect your Amazon Web Services to Payoneer so we can check your store basic data, seeing your store sales and some basic criteria. For example, that your store hasn't decreased its volume and it's still active. We have a few type of offers. We offer up until 3 and 6 months for capital advance, and because of the corona we did add some security measure. When you first start to get your payments, you get basically automatic payments from Payoneer. So let's work with an example. So let's say you get 10K volume from Amazon, 2 payments, right? So the first payment you got 5K, you already start getting offers from us. With the second payment, we'll basically offer you 1 month's offer for 50% of the volume. So you'll get 5K for the first time. We do it as a security measure because of the corona, to make sure that the seller is active and he can pay us back. Once this is fulfilled, you would be able to get 3 months offer or 6 months offer after that. So every time you get the payment, we collect 35% of that volume, and the rest is available for you for your usage. You can use it to pay suppliers, or maybe increase your PPC activity, or use our card, which we offer as well. At the 6 month though, we offer only 25% of each incoming payment, and the rest is yours to use. And we can talk about update-to-bed benefits. I think it's also interesting. So yeah, I know, from discussions with a lot of e-commerce sellers that people have some problems to get capital advance from their banks. And I think Vova can tell about it a bit,
I'll share it in a bit
as well.
Yeah.
But banks not always understand you as an e-commerce sellers, and even if they do, they typically offer you the capital for your own personal bank, and I think it's a bit problematic to take it in terms of your business. As well, in the bank, or I would say in Payoneer, the capital advance is not connected to your bank, so it means that we are only collecting from your Amazon volume. If you have any other incoming payments, say from B2B or other businesses, we don't have access to that. So that is a security measure for you, because if your Amazon volume will decrease a bit, we will collect a smaller percentage until you repay your
essentially
capital.
the same percentage, 35%, but maybe not from $4,000, but from $2,000. So it's like until you're gonna be taking the percentage until we finish paying, and yeah, even if we got more, then we'll pay it faster, which is pretty good, right? So that means we were able to grow our business with the help of the loan and of course our efforts as sellers. But if some things, the volume could have gotten lower, then we're still gonna pay based on the volume of the payment that we've got, 35%, right?
Right. Yeah. So it's 35 for the three months, and then 25 for the 6. What is interesting about the 6 month or the 3 months that I may have forgot to talk about is with the 3 months offer, we basically offer you 100% of your Amazon volume in the last 3 months. So let's say if it's 10K, you will get 10K. In the 6 month offer, you get 140% of your average volume. So that's something that you can take in consideration if you want a capital. Another thing that is related for maybe more for US clients is that it's not connected to your credit line or anything like that. So that is another benefit, and we don't collect any documents. So the main thing that we'll check is that you're active on Amazon, you have good scores from your clients and other technical things. But it's so easy, and within a minute you can get your capital advance from us, basically. And
pretty cool, right? So again, as I mentioned, we're gonna have if you want to know more information, all the stuff, we're gonna have different links to get some benefits as well, which we're gonna hopefully kind of agree on later on. I'll do the best to provide you with the best deal, but also I wanted to share my story connected to the kind of getting this loan. So, and Valeria was right. She mentioned that getting a loan from the bank, again, I'm talking like a small seller. Like we have revenues, like this year, we're gonna do about $350,000 in sales. So that's relatively small business. So that it doesn't matter though, you can still get a loan from the bank. But for me, at least here in Israel, I came to take a loan, and I have asked for a bizarre amount. They didn't even want to give me any amount, but I asked for like $300,000, which is my almost my yearly revenue. But it's another story. But anyhow, and then I was like, well, can you give me a bit less then? They're like, no, who the hell are you? Like, well, like they do know me, but still, I was not able to get money. That's what I'm saying. And then with Payoneer, and I'm a user since 2016. So the story was like that. We were selling products, we sell like in the barbecue niche, and because sales were doing sort of well, we needed more money to buy more inventory. And then we had this offer from Payoneer. I'm not sure, maybe you mentioned this 2020 you started with this, 2019. I don't remember the exact time we took the first loan, but it came just on time. It was like, I think first time, again, I can't remember exactly, we grabbed $5,000, I think. First time we've gotten, don't remember exactly the amount, but at that point it was very good because we had to pay a supplier for some amount of units because we wanted to buy more units to continue with the good sales. We're like, okay, we're getting money, we're getting sales, everything is nice on the paper, but if we don't get enough money to buy more stock, then we're gonna go out of stock, and then all this effort is kind of going to the sort of, not exactly to the trash, but sort of, because all these positions are gonna get lost, etc., etc. So boom, we get this offer on Payoneer, and I have a partner. We're like, hey man, and we didn't know about this. Like we just got a pop-up on Payoneer itself, right? As far as I remember. And then maybe again a click or a few clicks, you get the loan straight to your account. So we've gotten, again, I don't exactly remember the amount, let's say $5,000, and you get it straight away, right? It's like, there it is, it's in your account, maybe a few minutes, I don't know, or maybe straight away, I don't remember exactly. And then boom, we have the money. straight away, hello, Louis, which is the guy from China, man, we need more like products, transfer, boom, there we go. Like we start producing, we don't go out of stock and things go well. So that saved us, and it's a real story. And since then we continue taking some loans because again, as a business owner, again, not big business, but aspiring to be bigger, it's good if you know how to plug it into your business, the money that you can get from the guys, and use it for good purposes. Obviously, if you don't strategically think about it or you're gonna waste the money, then it doesn't really make sense. But probably if you're already getting the offer from Payoneer, they see your history from Amazon because they're getting payments for you, right? They can see what's going on. So yeah, and then you can use it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you mentioned a few important things. Yeah. It's fast. Everything is online. No need for a huge bureaucracy, documents. We have your account connected, your Amazon account. We know what we need to know. We can evaluate and give you the offer. It's being settled in your account immediately. You can use the funds. And something else worth mentioning is about that the fee in advance. The percentage. It depends obviously with the amount, but it in advance. You can plan, you can calculate. You know how much you need to pay for this service, and unlike other companies or the traditional banks that sometimes it really depends with the interest and with different verticals that affect the timing. For example, when are you paying back the capital? So here from the offer, and it's not changing, the fee, how much you need to pay. It's worth mentioning.
Yeah, so pretty cool. I mean, again, if it makes sense to you, we're gonna have all the links down in the description. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. Of course, like the video, that helps. Dislike if you don't like it, but ask in the comments. Maybe something is not clear. And yeah, I mean, unless there's anything else you want to guys cover about
we're gonna head a landing page for questions, inquiries about working capital, capital advance. So feel free, you can fill your information. Our representative from the business development teams will reach out to you and help you.
And I think, by the way, you back then you received it for your Amazon USD store.
Yeah, for you, the US store specifically, not for Canada.
All right, that's cool, because I think it may be also interesting to know that we offer it for USD, GBP, Euro, and Canadian dollars if you sell in any of those stores.
That's a good point.
And pricing, right? Vova is very worried about my meeting. I have a meeting in 2 minutes, but yeah.
I appreciate your time. Yeah.
Ending the discussion. So basically, I do want to mention the fees because I think it's important when you consider whether to choose to take a capital or not. So if I was an e-commerce seller, I would basically say how much percentage I'm going to get if I'm going to invest $10K in the business. How much better my store will be in terms of how it looks if I want to resell it or just grow it and show it as a better potential for Amazon, and then see if I'm getting the value that I want from that. Basically, Capital's offers for the 3 months offer is somewhere between 3.5 to 5%. And yeah, feel free to contact us or contact Vova, and then he can refer, and we can share with you more about the specific fee for the capital advance that you need.
That's a good point that you mentioned, Valeria, because I took the loan at that point because I had to save our business. Well, not save, like we wouldn't, it would just go out of stock, but sort of we had to stay in stock. But if we just need to develop your business, you still have the loan, you want to expand your line of products, well, there's a loan for you. Use it smart, of course. Yeah, all the links are going to be down in the description for you. Affiliate links means that if you ever do business with Payoneer, then I'm going to get a little commission from that. No extra fees to you, but I have some discounts for you or some special deals, which we'll have down in the description. Thank you a lot for today. Guys, thank you really a lot for your time. And yeah, I mean, yeah.
Thanks, Vova. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.